Budget smartphones are rarely inspiring. But for a few notable exceptions, they don't tend to compete with the big flagship phones on hardware or features. Wireless customers looking for a less expensive device often have to settle for less, especially if their budget is really tight. That's why it's such a pleasant surprise when a phone manages to be both inexpensive and worth having, or even drooling over. The Pantech Discover one such device. The specs are mostly what was considered high-end a year ago, not a bad thing, with a few features that keep up with the newest from the big players like Samsung and HTC. All for $50 on contract with AT&T. Design and display. One of the nicest surprises about the Discover is the cool and comfortable design. The back has a wave-like form that swells at the top and the bottom. The lower bump fits right into the cradle of your palm. A crosshatch-esque texture adds to the holdability and also looks really nice. We can forgive companies using plastic when the material is put to such good use. Another standout design element is the set of stereo speakers on the top edges. Their prominence and attractive design almost dare you to give music a listen on this phone. You might think from the large, 4.8-inch display size that the Discover would come off as big, but Pantech manages to pull off the same trick as Samsung and HTC. It packs a large screen into what feels like a smaller phone. People with medium or large hands will have no trouble using the Discover with just one, partially because the phone is well balanced on top of being compact. This is a budget phone, though, so that big screen doesn't come with a 1080p screen, but it does pack in 1280 x 720 pixels, which is pretty good. Images and video look crisp and the overall color quality is great. The screen is bright and sunlight readable at 100% with wide viewing angles. Our only gripe is that smudges need cleaning more often than we'd like. The Discover is a proper Android 4.x smartphone, so there are no hardware buttons other than power and volume. These are well placed on the top and left side, respectively, and easy to find by feel. Finishing up the external specs, micro USB on the bottom, headphone on the top, micro SD, up to 32 GB, and SIM card slots under the removable backplate along with the user replaceable battery. Overall, the Discover blends practical, tactile, and aesthetic design well. Audio and call quality. Surprisingly for a phone, the Discover delivers an excellent audio experience. You'll certainly get a loud one. The Discover pumped enough volume to fill a room and people around us assumed the sound was coming from a laptop. The quality of that sound is certainly above average, but it's still limited by the fact that the speakers are small and in a phone, so some tinniness and clipping occurs.